You can also participate for free in the David Pakman Show subreddit, which now has nearly 33,000 subscribers. davidpakman.com/Reddit is the place to find it. A few interesting and disturbing posts I found this morning on the subreddit. User Kiddo459 wrote, "My wife won't get vaccinated. David, sir, my wife is anti-vax, not just for COVID, but all vaccines. She was, of course, vaccinated as a kid, but due to online propaganda, she won't take the COVID vaccine and doesn't want our kids to be vaccinated at all. Any ideas how I can change her mind? And before you say it, I've already tried withholding sex. That only seemed to encourage her." I really don't have advice. I don't know how folks end up with someone with views so diametrically opposed to their own. Now, there are some people who have recently said, my spouse won't let the kids be vaccinated, who said, I really had no idea. I mean, it's not like my spouse is a right-wing nut. It's not like my spouse has been a conspiracy theorist in some other way. It came out of nowhere. They're just against the COVID vaccine. That seems to me like it would be relatively rare. I mean, I guess it's possible that there was no sign whatsoever, but you would imagine that there were probably some signs that maybe people didn't notice. I don't know. But unfortunately, I don't have advice. It sounds like an extremely, extremely difficult situation, which I do not envy. I know that a couple of parents called in during live calls a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months, and said, I'm thinking of secretly having the kids vaccinated. I'm going to withhold that information from my spouse because they will go nuts, and I am determined to get our kid or kids vaccinated. These would be decisions for one to make, but I do not envy the situation. User Schemehead is taking issue with the term vaccine skeptic. Schemehead writes, the term skeptic should not be applied to those still hesitant to take the COVID vaccine. Skeptics form their opinions based on evidence, and there's more than enough evidence at this point showing that the COVID vaccines are safe and effective. People who are still hesitant to take the vaccine are not hesitant because of skepticism, but for other reasons. Maybe irrational fear, maybe misinformations, maybe my freedoms, but not due to skepticism. I think we should stop using the term vaccine skeptic. I agree. First of all, hesitant is often not accurate because they're not really hesitant. They're just not doing it. Hesitant would be like, oh, I'm about to jump into the pool, but I'm hesitating because it's going to be cold, but then I do it, right? I hesitated, but I did it. A lot of this vaccine hesitancy is just people aren't doing it no matter what. And then I agree. We do need a sort of more, a tougher term. I don't know what the term would be, but I agree that it feels weird to say vaccine skeptic or vaccine hesitant because it simply doesn't accurately describe what's going on. And then lastly, a few people writing to me and posting about this article, an article on 538, which says it looks like House Democrats are worried about the 2022 midterms. You can check out the article on 538 by Nathaniel Rakich, and it outlines how there are a number of House members that are leaving office and how that is going to impact the balance potentially, and the many reasons that Democrats maybe are worried about 2022, and there's no shortage of reasons to be worried. It would be the correct reaction. If you accurately and honestly assess the circumstances for the midterms, Democrats should be worried, and many Democrats are. In general, midterms after a new party takes control of the White House don't go well for that party. Since Joe Biden's a Democrat and won the White House, you would just historically, it's almost always the case that you would expect Democrats not to do well in the midterms. You also have, because of the retirements and people leaving to do other things, to run for mayor, Senate, different things, that also potentially is going to be a problem for Democrats. So yeah, Democrats should be worried about 2022. And we're going to be talking about it extensively. We already have been to some degree. It makes sense. And we'll dig into that more, probably really as soon as next week. Join the discussion on the subreddit at davidpakman.com/Reddit.